Matthew, I'll take it, mate. Here she is, the Pikes Peak. Ironically, a Pro Cycles BMW. You got to do what you got to do, don't you, Matt?
Exactly right. We're on a good thing.
Yeah, beautiful. And over here, of course, check it out. It is new KTM day. Check this bad boy out. Also sold. Thank you, Matthew. Absolutely first ride on this brand new bike with these very green looking tyres. And check out the Acra. It is a thing of beauty. Like, it looks sick. And sounds pretty good too. Here we go. This time I don't have to worry about the anti-attack. Look at that. Look at that. Alright. Awesome.
Enjoy.
Well, it is happy new KTM day, babies. And what an exciting day this is indeed. Who would have thought Excel's actually acquiring my nemesis, the KTM Superduke. And I want to tell you on this brand new bike day, first ride, why I bought this bike. It's so exciting, so exciting. I test rode the black one 3 times, gave it a right rogering, and I had no choice but to buy the bike, and I bought it in its magnificent orange. I had to just pull over there and make a few adjustments, and it started piecing down, unfortunately. And green tyres on very cold, wet, slippery roads, so I'm not going to be able to go nutso. Not that I would on a first ride anyway. So you let me get through this traffic, and I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you why I bought the 2024 KTM Superduke EVO. And I bought an orange because it's my favourite colour. I love orange. I've had cars in orange. I don't know, orange does something to me. Love it, love it. Be right back. What's the lane filterability like? It's excellent. Check this out. First lane filtering ever on the beast, on the orange beast, no less. Look at that, piece of cake, stable as. And that clutch actually feels lighter than the one I test rode for some reason. Don't know why, but it does. So there. Yeah, so look, as you know, I am on the quest for the perfect bike, and have been for last couple of years or so, and I thought I'd found it with the Street Fighter V4 babies, and you can see all my reviews of that bike on my channel. I loved that bike, declared it my champion, and yeah, really enjoyed it, but it wasn't perfect. Few problems with that bike that made it not perfect, like fuel economy and lack of features, and just found it a bit heavy to turn in. Anyway, there's a video on that, you can go check it out as to why I sold that bike. But it wasn't perfect, so I'm still on the quest to find the perfect bike. And I went into the dealership to get the MR serviced. Had a recall actually. And when I was there, I saw the black EVO, and I thought, oh, I'll get a ride. And I just loved it. I loved it. It blew me away. That first ride of it, I came back and thought, oh God. Because I bought the Hyper recently, and I wondered actually whether I'd made a mistake. When I got off the test ride, and you can see the video on my test ride on my channel somewhere, I did think that maybe I made a mistake buying the Hyper, and I should have bought this. Anyway, look, 2 more test rides later, so 3 in total, and I have acquired this bike because I am declaring it an absolute challenger for the title of the perfect bike. And I don't say that lightly. And for those of you who've seen my previous rides on the 1290R, a couple of rides I've had on that bike, I've done videos, you can check them out. I didn't like it. I didn't like it for a whole range of reasons. I found it too on-off, too raw, too scary. I just really disliked it. I found it cheap and rattly. I didn't like the noise. And look, as I said before, look, it might not have been all the bike. It might have been me and where I was at in my bike journey. But when I got on this, I didn't find any of those things. And a lot of people online are saying that the difference between the 1290 and the 1390 is only a mild difference. So YouTube is saying that. Oh, look, I don't know about that. This bike does not remind me of all the shortcomings that I recall from the 1290. It just does not. Firstly, it doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't. It feels really premium to me. This screen and the way the TFT is organised and the graphics is premium. Okay, it's premium. These mirrors, they're better than most stock mirrors. The switchgear, the way it lights up, you know, the colour, the matte paint, it's not cheap. Okay, it does not feel cheap and flimsy. The bike feels so stable and solid, like really stable. Just feels so solid and secure. The on-off beast nature of the 1290 that I rode when I test rode it, this does not seem to have. Like, I've got this in the street mode, okay? I've just taken it out of the dealership. It's in street mode and wet, greasy conditions. Oh, so good. And it's not on off. It's not. I remember the test ride of the 1290, my wrist was sore by the end of it, just because of the way I had to baby the throttle. You don't have to do that in street mode. Now, obviously, I'll put this bike through all of its paces, all its modes, modality, and you know, we'll learn whether there is an on-off nature to this. But so far, so good. And when I test rode the other one in super duper mode, I should say, it wasn't sort of on-off. It just wasn't. Okay, so look, it could have been the particular bike I test rode, the 1290. Might have been a rough example, I don't know. But this seems refined to me and civilized, okay? And I'm just cruising around, pottering around here, and it's easy to ride, okay? My first impression for you is the ease of riding on this bad boy. So the reason I bought it was to continue my search for the perfect bike. And based on 3 test rides, I decided this was a really good candidate. And I'm going to put it through all of its paces. I'm going to test it against the Criterium and do full reviews, commuter reviews, twister reviews. I'm going to review it back to back against the MR, and we're going to find out whether this is the perfect bike or not. And I've got a really good feeling. In other news, I bought a personalised number plate, which I don't normally do, but I bought Exodus because I thought it better before someone else does. So popular. And when I find the perfect bike, I am going to put the Exodus number plate on the perfect bike. That's going to be its like trophy. That's going to signal that it's the perfect bike. I'm struggling with my words today because I'm bloody sick again. I reckon I could have COVID. Feel like shite. So I'm not quite thinking that straight. Anyway, I'm not going to let that stop me taking this bad boy home, this orange beast home. See, it's in street mode. I'm just pottering around while the tyres are green, getting to know this machine. But it is just such a great feel. And look, I bagged the sound of it when I test rode the 1290. I put the Acra, it's a Euro 4 Acra pipe on it, It's not loud. It's just a nice deep rumble, gives it a bit of girth. Because I don't like super loud exhausts. And we'll do some flybys and all that later and show you how that sounds. But this sounds okay, and I like the induction noise. It's got a better induction noise than the old one. I don't know if that changed the way the airflow works or whatever, but it does sounds better. It doesn't sound tractor-like the old one. So yeah, so far so good. Yeah, so I've got this one with the heated grips on it, the Tech Pack, Performance Pack, whatever it's called. It's got a nice tail tie. It looks sick on the back. Number plate just right up under the seat, looks great. And the Acro exhaust slip-on. So yeah, a few bits and bobs. And look, if this bike lives up to expectations, I'm going to do a whole heap of mods to it. Got a lot of ideas, but it's got to live up to expectations first, which we will we'll find out about once I compare it to my criterion. So yeah, that's why I bought it. I bought it because I think it's a real candidate for the perfect bike. Immediately I can tell you the seating position is awesome. You are leaned a little forward, which is great for a bike like this. You need to be, but it's comfy as a nice tuck in the lower body and pretty relaxed upper body. But it's nice. I'm not getting blasted by the wind. Feeling really stable. Happy days. And look, street mode. The suspension in street mode is really nice. I'm getting great feedback. Not too heavy, not too soft, and the agility is right up there. And as you know, one of the main reasons I bought this was because I like the agility over the Street Fighter and the low down torque. Which are two criterion I think are really important for road riding. So there you go. Anyway, look, we got lots of fun adventures ahead on the KTM Superduke 1390R EVO. I hope you follow my adventures on this bike. I'm planning a ride out to the to Wiseman's Ferry in the next week or so. We'll put it through its paces out there in the back roads. That'll be good fun. So look, lots of fun to be had on the channel on the KTM. I am going to take this on track. I'm going to book some track days on this. I really look forward to that. So yeah, hopefully I'll hold this for a while, and because they're new bike, right? So I want to be able to give you a owner's perspective on the machine, not just a half-hour test ride, but you know, an owner's perspective. And look, when I buy these bikes, it's my money, right? I'm paying my money. I work my ass off to afford these bikes, and so I'm no fanboy. I buy them, and I can't afford to be biased. I've got to be objective and give you my honest thoughts about owning these bikes in all conditions. And just thrilled that a new journey has begun. Oh yeah. Oh, it's got this wicked. Oh, the quick shift is so good. Boom. Nice bit of feel to it. But it's just got this. Oh yeah, this instant sledgehammer response. And you can. The throttle is everything on this bike. You know, you can make this bike be whatever you want it to be by managing that throttle. It's either sledgehammer boom, or it's smooth torquery creamery, or it's a pussycat. You get to decide. Yeah, downshifts are okay too. Nice. Oh, those brakes. They're getting better as using them more. Boom. Oh yeah. Oof. Get that Acra. Ah, crikey! That's hardly any throttle, just boom! Boom, 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 get back to my room! Gotta watch for potholes. It's been raining like buggery and the ground just opens up. For those of you who want to know if this bike revs, it does, it revs, and I'll prove that to you later. But it revs, man. That cam shift cam, whatever it's called, takes you all the way to red line now. Doesn't fizz out. Does not fizz out. Oh, what a fun machine! Just someone asked me the other day to describe the difference between the MR and this, and I'll do a proper job of that, of course. But my gut reaction is the MR is wine and the KTM is beer. The MR is tasty and sophisticated, and this is just a whole lot of effing fun. That's how I would compare and contrast the two bikes in my initial gut reaction. But I'll give you a proper super duper review of it back to back soon. But yeah, so the Street Fighter was awesome, but it was just a bit serious. Just a bit serious. It was an amazing machine, but look, really way too much for the road. So fast, so fast, and that mid and high range. Whereas the MR, you could say the same thing. You could say it's high range, but there's something about the MR that makes it pliable at hang on, pothole alert. Pliable at road speeds. I can't quite put my finger on it. You can actually ride that thing wide open throttle around the town in direct throttle mode, and it's quite fun. So yeah, it's weird, isn't it? But this clearly is a street focused bike. Clearly designed for road. You could argue it's still too much for the road, and I've said that in the past, but this is designed bottom up as a road bike. And so we'll find out for sure over the coming weeks and months whether in fact it is too much for the road or not. But yeah, in the portfolio, just what the Hyper taught me, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the Hyper yet, by the way, but the Hyper taught me low torque and agility. Low end torque and agility is really important for road use. So the Hyper taught me that, but then the Hyper got me kind of, because it taught me that, I found this and love this, and now I'm questioning, shit, is this a better bike than the Hyper? Should I keep the Hyper? So I've actually got a bit of a question mark there as to whether I should keep the Hyper or not, because I'll know for sure once I've taken this through the twisties up at Wiseman next weekend. I'll know for sure, because if I can get the same buzz out of this that I did the Hyper, then that might be the end of it for the Hyper. Sneak past here. Yep, good lane filterability. But there, that could be the end of it. By the way, that was about a 5% throttle opening, man. Nothing. The thing's a weapon. Absolute weapon. Yeah, so that's going to be my test. If I can go through that twisty, tight stuff on this and have fun on it, then I'll probably sell the Hyper. If I can't, I'll keep the Hyper for that sort of terrain. So we'll see. Anyway, the quest for the perfect bike continues. We're going to find out where the 3090R EVO sits in that quest as the weather starts to close in on me here, getting cold and dark. So I'm going to bid you all farewell, and I hope you're as excited as I am for what lies ahead on the channel. But for now, it's see you later. I just turned it from street mode to sport mode in the throttle response. Holy shit balls! Oh. It's a monster, and it's still got one more. It's got track mode as well. So I'm not going to do that with green tyres in the rain, but I will definitely be bringing you coverage of that circus, because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a complete and utter circus when I go into track mode. Jesus! I'll tell you what, you've got to be really on your game on this thing and looking well ahead and keeping distances between you and cars in front of you, because you do carry a lot of speed, because that torque gets up a speed quick. You're going to be on the brakes, baby. On the brakes. Hear that acro? Sounds sick. Most of the noise is going behind it, unfortunately. It does sound sick. We'll do the flyby. Hey, guess what? It's got cruise control and heated grips. The only thing it doesn't have is hill hold, which really pisses me off. Why didn't they put hill hold on the bloody thing? Then it would be the perfect bike. It can't be the perfect bike that doesn't have hill hold. Oh, KTM. I wonder if there's an aftermarket hill hold. I might have to look into that. Hill hold. So close, KTM. So close. Hey, this bike compared to the one I test rode, it's not as vibey. The one I test rode was more vibey. This is not vibey at all. It's got a nice vibration between your legs. Feels good. Yeah, not vibey. And so one of my subscribers said, is it vibey and is it not? And is it revvy? It is revvy and it's not vibey. There you go. There's my answer.